What's up, YouTube? We are back with yet another $500 box of half dollars, hunting for silver, NIFCs, proofs, errors, varieties, whatever we can find. Let's just, jump into this box, see what we have. We're hoping to get some enders here, something we get, silver proofs right on the ends of the rolls. That's what we want to see right now. They don't mess around with the glue on these boxes. All right, we're gonna see Benjis on half these rolls, I bet. And no, we are not. Oh well, it was worth a shot. All right, I am not seeing anything jump out at me. So let's get these rolls flipped over and see what we got. Okay, so we've got them rolled over. I don't see anything that's terribly interesting. We had a couple of shiny enders, but nothing that looks silver. I do have one kind of green one. That'll be interesting to see when we get to it. Anyway, let's just get into these rolls. Let's see what we got. Actually, before we get into that first roll, I did want to stop here. I realize I've never really promoted this on a video, and I thought I would do it on this one. In my description down below, I do have a Word document that has this information in it. So when you hear me calling out specific coins that I'm looking for DDOs or variety coins, this is a pretty good list to go by. So I leave it up here for you to see now. You can always download your own copy from the description down below. So have a look, and let's get back to the coins. Keep you in here for roll number one. Well, looks like a bunch of clad. All right, well, no finds in roll number one. We did throw a couple of potential DDOs and varieties to the side. We'll check those under the scope, and we'll bring you in when we find something interesting to look at. So apologies for not bringing you guys in more during this hunt, but this box kind of got away from me. Not because it was a great box, but because it was a little bit on the boring side, but we did have a few finds along the way. I've got 10 rolls left. I thought I'd bring you in, maybe do a roll together, see how it goes. But to give you a quick update, we found our requisite necklace coin. I'll put these under the scope because one of them is a sure thing and one of them I've got some questions on, but I found a 1972, it looks to be an OFG. And I have a 1973D that I think might be a DDO. So I'm going to get that under the scope at the end of the video, and we'll look at that together. I did get two 2003 NIFCs, a really ugly 2005, a really kind of bad 2006, a 2007, and two pretty decent 2008s. And a lot of this came in rolls 30 through 40. So that's why I didn't bring in a whole lot. Because they were not in great shape. They didn't jump out at me when I opened the rolls, and by then I was already well on my way to sorting through the coins. I do have, unfortunately, in this box, another 10, 20, 30, almost $35 worth of searched coins, all with a dot or a mark of some form. Most of them are this black dot that we saw a couple of boxes ago. So that also made this box a little less fun, knowing we had so many searched coins that we were going through. So let's just do one on camera. I'm going to pick one here at random. This guy, he's actually got a shiny ender. We'll do that one together. Where did my screwdriver go? I'm all out of sorts here. Let's see. Only a couple of shiny edges in there. Let's see. Let's see. That ender was a 1991P, so no good there. Is a 71. We'll check under the scope. It's a really nice 1992. Don't need it. Another searched coin. It's a 72. We'll put it under the scope. It's a 72D. It looks like I can see the FG. It's another really nice 1991P. A marked 1980. 71D. A marked 71D. We'll look at that under the scope too. Every now and then you will find a DDO that somebody marked, because there's a lot of people that do coin roll hunts that don't actually look for DDOs and DDRs and that sort of thing. To keep some of these slower boxes interesting, I always check. So anyway, I'm going to keep going through the box. I'll bring in if we find something interesting. If not, we'll get to the end. I'll give you guys a little bit closer look at the coins we have, and we'll put these two varieties under the scope and check them out together. All right. Hopefully I'll see you here in just a few. So we finished getting through the box. Unfortunately, there were no more finds. This was a pretty slow box. We did end up with about $45 worth of marked or searched coins. So this was like one of my previous boxes. Almost 10% of the box was previously searched. I've already gone through all the NIFCs. We have our necklace coin, because it wouldn't be a $50 box without one. And then I have this 72 and 73D that I want to get under the scope here. Before we sign off, just to show you what I found and get your opinion on one of the coins. All right, so the first coin we want to have a look at is this 1972 D. In my video I said I thought it was an OFG, and after I said it I remembered why I pulled this out, because while I was looking for the FG, I just thought this was really cool. I caught it out of the sort of the corner of my eye, if you will, that there's a massive amount of machine doubling on this coin. So you can see here on the L, around the O, around the D, on the F. This isn't like a DDO as far as I'm concerned, because you can see the sharp shelf-like sort of indentation here, if you will. And it starts here around the A on half, and continues its way around the coin to where we have some obvious wear. But it even comes up here onto America. So you can see on the A, the I, the C, the R, a little bit on the M. I mean, this is pretty massive machine doubling. Even up here on the S, there's a little bit. I mean, the coin is not in any kind of decent shape. You've got some ring of death, it looks like, or maybe it was run over by a car or something. Actually, I think it's ring of death. But anyway, I thought it was interesting, so I pulled it. It's not a coin that I'm going to hang on to. But for those of you out there that have never seen machine doubling, this is what it looks like. And it is very different from like a double die type doubling. It's a double die is much more of a ghosting effect, whereas this is obviously a double stamping. It's probably, you can probably find some other stuff up here in the Eagle, but I haven't looked at it that closely. So anyway, that was the 72. The 73, I think it's a long shot. I've never found, as far as I know, a 73 that's been a double die. And this is where I'm looking for you guys maybe in your expertise, but typically we are looking for any kind of doubling around the serifs. And this could just be coin damage. I mean, if I had to bet, I would say it's just coin damage. But I have a little bit of doubling down here on the R. And you can see just a little bit of doubling here on the U on the left-hand side. A little bit on this serif and a little bit around the S. Like I said, I think it's a stretch. Oh, and then of course you have the 3, but I've seen this sort of edge on a number of different 3s, and maybe even a little bit here. I've seen this on a number of different 1973Ds, so the 3 by itself isn't enough. If I had to guess, I would say this is not a DDO, but I'd love your opinion on the matter if you know better than I do. Leave me a note in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Other than that, I've kind of already done my recap. You've seen all of the search coins. You've seen the NIFCs, and these were the 2 sort of maybe errors or variants, varieties perhaps, that we did find as we looked at everything under the scope. I think this is my favorite one of the 2. Anyway, I'm going to stop it here. Please do, if you like what I'm trying to do here on the channel, please feel free to subscribe, give me a like. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, until the next one, take care. Bye.